The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Wednesday morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Give me 1 second here. I'm just adjusting some things. And we'll start looking at the markets. So, we've been heading down overnight, pretty much ever since the Fed speaker talked yesterday. You can see the red just started here and hasn't stopped since he spooked the market yesterday. We've seen a fall from 15,138, 15,602, and making new daily lows as we speak. For today, we've had about a almost 300 point range. Again, mostly down. A little bit of a curl up until London opened, and when London opened, the bottom fell out. They should really be more careful. ES is the same way, I'm sure. Here, let me just move my yellow lines. I didn't do that this morning yet, so do it now. And we're looking at about 22 plus 29, 50 something, 51 points of range. Gold sending us a signal. Let's look at it real quick, and then I'll continue. It's also been coming down, leveling out there. Copper. Copper's been kind of stagnant overnight. Oops. Looking at about 100, a little over 100 points, ticks of range, 100 ticks. Gold. Interesting wicks there in the hourly chart. We have about 21, almost 22 points of range. About mid-range right now. UltraBond. Hit a low 169.17. So a little over 3 points of range, also mostly down, with a little bit of a bounce there. 69.17 might be a low for the last couple years. I gotta look. Natural gas. Looks like it's been kind of grinding up most of the night. And about a little less than 4 points of range. And natural gas is making new daily highs as we speak, and it's really been, wow. I think we might have a new all-time high on natural gas. I gotta look. Hold on. Let me check that gold signal again. Gold's trying to say it wants to push up, but we're gonna wait. It just finished that downtrend, so give it a little time. Things are really popping all of a sudden. Let me check NQ. So a little bit of a grind up there on NQ. We'll wait until it shows a little more. Okay. Natural gas is about 300 ticks of range. Check a daily chart though. Oh, not quite an all-time high. It's about 100 ticks away. But yeah, we're close to an all-time. Maybe not. Maybe I was. Let's see. I wonder what happened back in 2014. 690 ticks of range hit 6.493. Now in one day. Oh, okay. We're nowhere near all-time highs. Never mind. I'm stupid. Did not realize how high natural gas got. Okay, but we are nearing highs that we haven't seen in a long time if we get above this high back in 2021. Anyway, so now we can start looking at the markets for the day. Seeing what we can get. I'm starting today off down $2 on the TCP and down 120 on the gauntlet. Turn that around. How's everyone doing this morning? And Q VWAP is 130 points away. We're going to put VWAP away. Just kind of remember it, but it kind of scrunches the chart when it's that far away. And yes, scrunch is a word, I think. So you see that long signal fired there on NQ, but hasn't gone anywhere. We'll watch it. Could be an up, down, up move. Same with gold here. Let's look at NQ overnight. So kind of trade. This has been a beautiful short signal here. It's come down about 75 points so far. This has been also a beautiful short. Been about 15. Or you could have extended into that one. This long signal might have faked me out. But any short signal throughout the night would have been good. Testing out, you notice I have two super trend signals on here. Testing out two different multipliers. One gets me in sooner. I need to watch, see how many fakes, or I shouldn't say fake signals, but false signals or signals that just don't work come with that. Yeah, look at all these beautiful shorts ever since Europe opened. This is a little bit ugly though. But definitely was a lot easier to trade overnight last night and even in the evening than we had seen previous evenings this week. So quiet here this morning. Where's everybody? Oh, totally missed it to send another short. Need to see it get back below 601 here. 600 could be obviously even numbers. So down, look, we're watching for this. Either we'll see it head further down or up, down, and then up. Kind of watching and waiting here. I want to try and get a little bit of a cushion today on the TCP if possible, because I'd like to. We have FMOC meeting minutes this afternoon, and I'd like to play my 10-10 on that, but I can't do it unless I have a little bit of profit to start with, just in case it goes wrong. If not, I'll do it on the gauntlet. Not that big of a deal, but I'd like to see some forward progress on the TCP. Good morning, Yolanda. How are you doing today? Morning, Andrew. Yeah, I frustrated myself for Asia too. I mean, I have a loss on the gauntlet. TCP not like $2, but there were opportunities there I didn't take advantage of, and frustrated myself for that. But I know you'll be able to fight your way out of it. And Q, kind of squeeze in here. Yep, I think that was me last night. I Excellent job, Andrew. Yeah, just been coming down all night. Yeah, that was me last night. I was, thinking that the Asia session was gonna be boring and not move last night like it had been the prior 2 nights, and I didn't really come in expecting anything, and I just wasn't in the right mental state to take the moves, and that was a mistake. We did just kind of double bottom here. It's a small double bottom, obviously, just minutes apart. Trying to figure out if we're heading back up now. Obviously, we've had a few pullbacks here and there. This is being the biggest one back here. So, waiting to see. Yeah, it's always hard to tell where, you're going to be at the bottom. You can see if we look at, looking at NQ instead of ES, but they're basically the same. We kept this downtrending momentum on the SMA line almost the entire night. We consolidated here, stayed above it for a bit, never really, you know, started bending the bands up, and then came right back down here a little after 6. That's been, I mean, this is where it really started coming down. Had a little bit of a consolidation, a little bit of an uptrend, but nothing really huge. Just solid down. But we're sitting right around 600, and it obviously market tends to use even numbers as support and resistance at times, so we need to see it get through that 600. Looks like ES has already made a new daily low in this candle. Yeah, ES is still showing signs that it wants to head down. Crude oil having a nice signal, kind of like, did I ignore that? Well, it's still getting myself together there. Have short signal there on NQ again. We're going to get an NQ chart ready. Just in case. Yep, wow, just blew through 600. Look at that. I should have grabbed that as soon as I saw it. So, a 10-point candle down. That was just the last hurrah. This is what you got. You know, sometimes it'll make one more quick move and then be done. Yeah, you see it bop down to 94 and right back up, and it's right back above 600 again, or at 600. So I'm watching here, waiting to see if it turns red, and I can jump in, but I kind of want to see it show that red down, back up to 602. Sitting right on 600 now. There's 599 again. Just trying to get below again. Back up. Copper's changing direction on the 30-minute chart. I gotta look at that. I've shorted here. And now might have been a mistake. We'll see. Yep. Well, just trying to head down. So what? Ooh, I need a stop loss. Crap. Stop there above that last big red candle. At an 11-point stop. Oh, but I'm only in a 1 microwave. I forgot to change it to 2. So at least if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and it's not that big of a deal. Let's go check what copper's doing here. Sent a short signal in the 15-minute there. I've been a good signal so far. Looks like copper wants to continue coming down. Continue to watch NQ here. Consolidating at this level, right around 600. My stop's basically at the SMA line. If this starts showing that it wants to come down, I'll add another contract to that. Hang in here. Gold's sending a short as well there. It's been heading down too. Oftentimes you don't see these things going in the same direction. What's ES doing? Yes, it's kind of consolidating there too. It hit a low of 44.76. Yep, there we go. Back in the profit. Yep, bounced again, almost at the same level. Low is about 14,594 so far. This candle just bounced on 595. Trying again. It's definitely struggling here. Do we have another burst down in it? Excellent, Andrew. Good luck. Oh, there we go. Wow. Big burst down. I'm only in on one contract. I was gonna jump in a second, but I really wish I had done a regular NQ contract. But okay. Well, we got down to 581. Then it's kind of bouncing here. ES got down to 74.50, bounced back up to 76. That might have been the last hurrah. Oh wow, Andrew, that's awesome. I can't wait until I can A, be allowed to do something like that, and B, have the confidence to do something like that. Yep. Trying to come down again. Top of the hour. Wasn't even paying attention to the time. I'm gonna move the stop to break even on this. Just because I think if it comes back up, it means it's done. Good morning, Walt. How are you doing? creeping back up. No hecklers yet today. Yep, just took me out for a small, very, very small win. No hecklers yet today. Wait, why is it still showing me as a 250 loss? Okay, there I think it just moved. No. And back down. So it just wicked up, knocked me out because I thought it was coming all the way back. So I think I ended up breaking even after slippage. And it's going to come back down now. Watch this. Oh boy. Well, whatever. Maybe I just screwed myself on this trade. We'll see. It's consolidating, and you see consolidated, quick burst down, now consolidating again. So, see if I cost myself money on this trade or not. Oops. Gold trying to send a short signal again. Tried to send it back here. Got down to 1923. It's at 1923.3. So I want to see it break 1923 even. Let's see there. Pop back up. Watching here on gold. I have a chart ready. Nope, popping back up. So that was a bad signal. You see, we're still kind of consolidating on just a slight downward trend there on the NQ. So I cost myself some money there, but not a lot either way. Yeah, you've done very well, sounds like, Andrew. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day and be happy. Gold sending a long signal now, so that was really quick. So this maybe a down, up, down, up, down, up move. VWAP sitting right there at 26. We're at 25.2. Yeah, look at that beautiful signal there on the 15-minute chart. Right here. Grabbing that signal in the 15-minute would be over 170 points. Copper, the big move down there. And Q popping up. So I got out at the right time. I mean, I should have taken a few more points, but big move up there on copper. 12, I mean, I'm sorry, NQ, 12 points. Back above. Thank you, Andrew. I enjoy doing it and glad people are finding value in it. I I mean, sometimes it can be very boring and there's not much to give play-by-play on, but especially when I'm in a trade, I really get, you know, sometimes I think I overdo it. But I'm glad you're finding value in it, and I appreciate the kind words. Good morning, Stephen Lee. How are you today? S&P also popped up by about 3.5 points. Gold 30-minute chart would have sent a beautiful signal back here. Beautiful signal. 27 up there. Yeah, 10-point signal. Fortunately, this short signal might not work out. Let's see what that does. It's kind of hemming and hawing. Yes, I took one trade on MNQ and stopped out pretty much break even. Oops, kept that on a daily chart. Crude's been pulling back now for a couple hours. I thank everyone for joining me this morning. I hope you're having a great day so far. If you're here from YouTube, you know the drill. I'd love if you hit that like button. YouTube algorithm likes being hit. ES showing a long signal here, so we might have finally found the bottom. NQ did send a buy as well. Or, I mean, it could be faking us out with another pullback. High of this move over here is 615. We're currently sitting at right around 600. Market loves those even numbers, so we had to consolidate it around 600 earlier. So we're gonna wait and see. Good question. I'm gonna say at least 1,000 because you can't even do monetization until you get 1,000. But I would have to look that up. So we are seeing this try and head up here. Bands are still slightly downtrending. The SMA line has pretty much gotten horizontal. There's the second long signal. That's a good sign. It went away again. So we're going to finger on the trigger. We're going to remember to go with 2 this time. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. And I refuse to buy subscribers like some other streamers have done. Coming back down. Yep. So we did reject down by about 7 points so far. So maybe it's not done going down yet. We'll have to see. Copper bouncing. UltraBond. Trying to head back up a little bit there, maybe. Yep. Bounced off the SMA, so it's still trying to get head up here on NQ. Still those downtrending. The bands are still slightly downtrending. Needs to bend them. Bend it like Beckham. Up, back down. So we're consolidating right here around 590. ES kind of doing the same moves around 44.75, 76. Gold sent a long signal there, so interesting moves there. Up, down, maybe down. We'll see. At this point now, it has to break view up. View up. Remember, folks, feel free to join the chat. Andrew and Steven are friendly. They don't bite. At least I don't think so. Watching Russell. Same thing, although Russell looks a little bit more bullish than the other two so far. Russell's already gotten an uptrending SMA line. The Russell lately has been leading the way. So it might be a bullish sign here. But obviously we'll wait for better confirmation than what Russell has to say. Crude made a big move there, 34 ticks. I should have grabbed that. It's gone up about 19 ticks off of that move. Oh boy. And Q just surfing there on the SMA line. There we go. Now we're seeing a move up. Hit 602 back on this little candle here. We do see how the bands have kind of expanded upwards a little bit, although there's another pullback. This is definitely an area of consolidation. Wow, we wait. Let's take a look at agriculture overnight. It's also been wait, it's also been coming down, up and down a little bit. Corn really coming down. The SMA line is just slightly uptrending now on the NQ. Gold did break VWAP, so that would have been a nice move here. If I jumped on that, it's gone up 2 points. So a missed opportunity there, but I didn't want to jump on it being that close to VWAP and have it bounce on me. Although honestly, it hasn't really been respecting VWAP throughout the evening or overnight or whatever. Definitely surfing here on SMA on NQ. Just trying again. These are small candles though, obviously. This is where, you know, I could put a limit order in at a certain level. Oftentimes when it does this, it ends up bursting up and then I miss my entry. But we'll see. I do have an order ready to go. I mean, it's like I have my, all I gotta do is hit yes. Hello, Hans. There we go. There's the long signal. Good morning. Hope you're having a good day, Hans. Andrew, what? Long signal fire, pull back. Oh. uh, taking a long here. 2 MNQ on this trade. Oh, I need a stop loss. $10-point stop. Thank you for that reminder, Yolanda. I appreciate that. See copper's heading up there too. Show a little weakness here, hitting at 608. We have consolidation up at 614, so we'll watch for weakness around that area. Lots of little resistance points as it was coming down. I only speak English. I mean, I understand a little bit of Spanish. I did pass 2 years of Latin I remember very little of it though. Coming back down. You gonna tell me that's as far as it's gonna go? Eh. If I used a regular NQ, I could have scalped a point. I mean, 5 points and been up $100. SMA line sitting at 14,596. So my stop is below the SMA line. So it has to break through there first. Break on through to the other side. Kind of consolidating here around 603. I can make this chart a little bigger here. I'm not sure how well. One day I actually have to watch these streams to see how well things can be seen. Things are a little bit silent, not a lot of things firing. We are about at the half hour. Ooh, I didn't check to see if there's any news today. Kind of late now. Crap. If there is any news, nothing exploded. Oh, or I could be wrong. I don't know if there is news today. I didn't check. I realized it as I was hitting 7:30. Hold on, let me bring up financial juice. Doo -doo -doo. We have a Fed speaker now. No, in an hour. Uh, Other than that, nothing huge. Crude oil inventories and FMOC meeting minutes today at 2 Eastern. But nothing major this morning, it looks like. But we are pulling back here to the SMA line. Let's see if it bounces. Doesn't bounce, I'm in trouble. There we go. There's another move. Nice move up. 8.5 points, 9 points on that candle. Recent high here at 608 needs to get back through there. Struggling. Watching the bid and the ask on the Dom. I haven't figured out watching a Dom makes me more stressed or less. Can't, it's having trouble getting through these levels right here. It's hit 609, 608, 3 or 4 times here. Good morning, Jeff. Yes, I'm long on MNQ. Back down to the SMA line. It's definitely having trouble trying to push back up after that long night of downtrending. Ooh, and we're back to, ouch, it's coming down for me. All of a sudden it broke SMA. Big move down. Just came within a tick of my stop. ES sending the short signal. NQ sending me that short signal, but I'm not getting out here. Sorry to hear that, Yolanda. It literally just came within a tick of my stop. Let's see if it continues heading down. Yep, it's... Okay, took me out. Man. See, and again, if I was using regular NQ, I could have scalped for $100 and taken that win. But 2 MNQ, it's like a couple bucks and that's it. You don't want to get out. So down $40 now in the TCP. Means I'm down a little over 200 on it, and that starts making me nervous. Do I think it's gonna be a bearish day? I mean, so far that's what it's shown. I mean, we've been bearish here now, since the Fed guy spoke yesterday. It might stay that way until we see the meeting minutes from, the last meeting that comes out at 2. I don't know, but I mean, it's struggling to get through the low. It hit a low of 81. It hasn't really come back down to that yet. It's just hanging right around this 590 to 600 area. Good morning, Matt. Sorry, I missed you there. How are you doing today? So NQ is consolidating here. Oh man, you doing all right, Matt? So we're just hanging right around 600 here. Oh, mono's always fun. Back down here on NQ again. And up, down, up, down. Hopefully he gets over it quick. Now mono can be a couple week thing sometimes. Good morning, Chris. How are you doing? So we're kind of just stagnant right now. It got below the SMA line and it's kind of sticking there. Crude sending a short signal. Blew up earlier and then just kind of stuck around that whole area. Now try to come back down. Gold still try to grind up here. ZB. I see UB. Usually ZB is running the same. have a UB chart here somewhere. I'm in a ZB. There it is. Oh, yeah, it's popping up. They're all popping up besides the UltraBond. Interesting. 1 minute chart. Yeah, it's a nice little got above the SMA line. Yep. Yeah, I found it. I have four different bonds here on this 4x4 grid. No problem. They kind of run together usually. So I'm trying to get lower here. It hasn't been able to get back below 592 in NQ. We're about 45 minutes till cash open. Yep. There's NQ flushing down. I don't know. For the past hour or so, I feel like we've been in a kind of a range. Had a low of 83. I'm sorry, 81. Now we're back down to 89. I mean, kind of like the looks of it, but I just don't know if it's going down or up. And yes, I'm whining. Gold also sending a short signal here. Okay, I jumped back in. Stop loss at the top of that last big red candle. And immediately starts going against me. Sitting at 1590. 88. I'd love to see it come down and break 81. So let's see what it does. There we go. Yep. Struggling at 86. If I see 84 on the bid. Yep. Gold again, trying to send us a short signal. Yep, nice job, Andrew. Coming back up. Excellent, Matt. Hopefully we get some gains together here. Just kind of bouncing there on my entry. My entry is acting as support again. Ah, look at that. Back up to the SMA line. Oh, bounced on the SMA line. So I think I just need to do a quick shots for like 2 points on NQ on a regular NQ contract. I would have got that. I entered at 987. It shot down to 84 at one point. Yep, stopped me out. Not good, not good at all. Seeing me end up blowing this TCP by 1,000 paper cuts, and I'm gonna be. Down 77.50 on the day. Obviously not a devastating amount, but I hate that I'm constantly going the wrong way here. Down 250 on the account total. I need something to get me back to at least break even because I'm starting to get worried. I was hoping to get a nice, little cushion today, and I could try my 10-10 on the FMOC meeting minutes, but I can't take that chance if I'm down. So I'm really considering doing trying NQ for like 2 or 3 points at a shot, because almost every move goes at least 2 or 3 points. I could try that tonight on a sim account. See how well that works. So long signal here, and I just don't know if I can trust it. I mean, obviously this is probably gonna be the one that goes, but it's tried coming down twice now and kind of failed, and keeps wanting to go back up. We're rangy. Previous high of these moves over here was like 609. Nope, see right back down. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, Matt, might want to stop for now, especially if Rhythmic is giving you issues here. Uh, yes, I just filled on a sim account. I did see the orange for a quick second. This is getting ridiculousness. Oops. Sorry, I got a signal back there that I was hiding with a chart. HG. What's copper doing? Copper's popping back up on the 15-minute. But it's been kind of spotty. Crude. Here's my NQ on the gauntlet. Yeah, Rhythmic's been having issues the past few days. I filled on a NQ, trying for 2 points. And it's this might work against me. This is a stupid move. Should have waited for a signal. But there we go. See if it heads up. There we go. So there we go. I got 2 points. So this is a thought I've had for a while now. Now, obviously, I could have been getting more. But when I'm unsure, I kind of like that strategy. Yeah. Uh, eh, they either gotta fix Rhythmic or these companies gotta get away from it. It's getting ridiculous. We're struggled above 609. We're at 605 now. I did get both buy signals. That was at 97, so if I would have endured that pullback, I could be up, 7, 8 points now. Yeah, they do. And I think, Chris, that's part of the problem. I was discussing this with Matt the other day. I think Rhythmic hasn't expanded its infrastructure. Ooh, big move down there on NQ. 3 points. It's top of the hour. But, I don't think they've expanded the infrastructure. I think all these prop firms and how popular they became with people getting multiple accounts and all this other stuff, and they're just not able to handle the load. And they haven't spent the money to upgrade their load. I don't, we're on paper trading servers, and thus I don't think they really care about it, which is a shame because we're all paying customers, or at least the prop firms are paying for every connection. So, you know, I want to find out whether or not the actual live feeds that go to the exchange, if they've been having the problems too. I'm going to be asking that question later on. Crude desk opened. Ooh, big move up on Crude. 32 ticks. NQ's just kind of hanging about. Copper sending long signals there on the 15-minute. We'll keep an eye on that. So you have been uptrending here since this signal way back here. NQ's trying to push up. It bounced a couple times off that SMA line. At this point, I'm a little skittish of it. Just hit that 608 area again. See if it can push through. See if that's where this is the area it was hitting back here about a half an hour ago, a little more. There it goes. Pushes up again. Again, this 608. There, saw 610. Six ten so far the high of this move. Excellent job, Matt. Great job. Good recovery. Copper booming up. Gold's consolidating. Oh, have a good day, Yolanda. I'm sorry I didn't totally missed your message. You're probably already gone. The copper's getting near its high of the day. Uh, Chris, how's your Chris, how's your UB position? And Matt, you got out at the right time. Did you see a pullback there? Oh, well, that's certainly an ugly chart on crude. That's a definitely interesting chart. No idea which way that's going. Glad we stayed out of that. Wish I jumped in on one of these indices though. These have been good trades. Up, AQ's still coming back up. Now gotten up to 12. So this is a slow grind. While it's kind of slow here, quick reminder that if you trade in the evenings, or you just want to hang out more with me because you just can't get enough, I live stream in the evenings as well over on ShareVision. The link's down in the video description here. I trade every evening there from 7:45 until 10:30, somewhere around there, Eastern time. Come join me over there. It's a new platform. They're trying to be the YouTube of finance. And pulling back. This is a slow grind. Now it seems like we have a direction for crude. Ooh. Bitcoin down below 45,000 again. UltraBond heading down. So kind of slow. Ace is late again today. Ooh, so these would have been great short signals here on crude. Once it decided to figure out where it wanted to go. If I had gotten in on the first short signal, we would already be down 40 ticks. ES is sending a signal. ES is pulling back. And Q sending me a signal there as well. Whoa, there's Ace. He was just waiting for me to notice that he wasn't here yet. Synergy. Oh, bounce there, back up on a Q. Russell, they'll send a nice short signal there. HG. Crude. Here's another thing I need to start charting is what happens after the crude pit opens. Yeah, we've been kind of spotty here on the indices the last hour or so. Basically, you can see we're in a range. High of 613, low of 581. So need to break out of this range. Okay, I guess you could say 620 to 581, a 40-point range. Gold's trying to get back down to VWAP. So far this morning, the market's been taking my money. Down 77 on the TCP. Down 250 on the account total. They got to figure out how to turn it around. There's a long signal in NQ here, trying to tempt me here 12 minutes before the bell. You know, it really bugs me. Why couldn't they get this type of move the night I did the overnight stream? You know, why couldn't they get that? That'd been so nice. And by the way, Matt, I don't think we're going to get the settlement. We might, but it'll take a pretty big move. But, I mean... Thank you. As we wait out the bell, I have some breakfast in front of me. Didn't eat earlier today. So I'm going to mute here and we'll watch and I'll eat. He's still trying to tempt me. I will not fall for its traps. Be nice to go long on like 1 MNQ, hoping for that. It'd be almost a $450 trade. Yep, would blow the consistency rule on the gauntlet, and but I'll max out the live sim if I did that. If it took that trade and went up. Nice upward momentum now. So the long signals that fire back here at 597 would have been good for at least 15 points. It had that one pullback, but it is showing a little bit of bullish momentum, as is gold. Although gold bounced perfectly off VWAP there and went back up. Pulling back now, just as I was saying, is looking bullish. Because it likes to spite me. Haha, I didn't fall for the trap and jump in the long. So haha, NQ. I'm slowly going insane. And now it's sending a short signal. Eggs are finished, supplements are taken. And we still got over 5 minutes to the bell. I'm ahead of schedule. Ooh, big move down there. Well, okay, relatively big. 7 points. It looks bigger than it was. Russell again. So look at this. This is interesting. Russell again was ahead of the curve. Sent this short signal here. It's already come down over 2 points. You know, it's been a kind of ahead of the game here for the last couple of days. I've been noticing it. Crude off these short signals over here has come down over 70 ticks. Crude sending short signals everywhere right now. Short signal on the 30-minute chart, on the hourly chart, 15-minute chart. That would have been a beautiful signal to take as well. A little bit of a pop up there on NQ, but then right back down. We'll move over to our NQ and ES charts. I'll move these to 5-minute charts. I'm already there on ES. And we'll watch the open. Hopefully we'll find a trade or two after the open. So I assume everyone's flat for the open. Anybody in anything? Copper center short signal. ah. Could you imagine that feeling? 50 contracts at NQ, every tick, I mean every point is $1,000 at that point. So it pulls back by 2 points and you're down $2,000. I think I would have a heart attack. So there we go. There's the bell. It'll pop up right before the bell there on NQ by 6 points. Can I borrow a little bit? Do that bit? Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. So far, this is rather uneventful. Oh, there's 10 points on NQ. Long signal. Ooh, okay. Now we got something going. Now something's cooking. 15 points on NQ, 5 points on ES. $30 points on NQ. Beautiful big burst up. It's been one of those days the 10-10 would have worked perfectly on NQ. Coming up here, broke the bands, pulling back. ES on that first 1 minute candle went up almost 6 points, and Q went up 30 exactly. Still trying to head up. Pulling back here a little bit to get back within the bands. Copper trying to get in on the fun. Now we're kind of stagnant after that first minute burst. Actually, ooh, ES is pulling all the way back, giving all the gains, almost all the gains back. Only up a point now. NQ doing the same. Short signal now on NQ that quickly. So NQ's back below the open price. A little bit of bipolar action here. So you see we broke that fourth band on NQ. That should have told me right there that I should have hit the reverse or hit the short button right there. I need to get that strategy set up right. Matt spent a lot of time on that, and I haven't really got it set up to test. Just so it seems like I never have enough hours anymore. On the 5 minute, SES is sending me a short signal, but I'm not going to take that. Looks like ES is trying to hit the low of the day. I actually made a new low of the day on this candle on the 5, right here, down to 44.72. NQ those got a few points before its low of the day. Although I think I have the low of the day wrong. I do. I think it was 81. Hard to get these yellow lines perfect. So we're back to just slightly green on NQ on the 5 minute candle. Slightly red on the S&P. So we really haven't gone anywhere. Gold. Crude. So 5 minute candle ended up finishing exactly where it started. Within, well, one tick from where it started. Now we're heading down again. Seems like we are trying to sell off. And Q just hit a new low of the day. So bearish day so far. But that's just setting up for that, is setting mana for an even bigger move up to settlement. Down 24 points on the second 5 minute candle. Let's check what everything else is doing. See, I should have followed these short signals. Would have got me 30 points. Actually, no. Bad math. Yeah, actually, yeah. Good math. Gold's continuing to grind up. Copper kind of unsettled. UltraBond heading up. ES trying to rebound. Russell saying goodbye. I'm going down, down, down. And a burning ring of points. Crude, big move down there. 55 ticks after a little bit of a pull up. Kind of consolidating now. Trying to figure out which way it wants to go. Gold with a pullback. Strong move down there. 22 points on this candle on NQ. So if I take in that short signal, it's going about 37 points. Sorry. I'm not sure if I muted that in time. If you heard me cough, I apologize. If you didn't, then there was nothing to see here. Just taking a breath now. So, I'm kind of wondering what we're going to see with the FMOC meeting minutes today because there can't be many surprises in those meeting minutes. It's not an actual FMOC meeting, it's the minutes from the last meeting. But the guy yesterday totally scared the market when he spoke. And I can't believe there's going to be much more in there to scare the market in those minutes. So I don't know how that's going to react today. But we're obviously, bleeding out now, down from the high here at the open, 643 down this. So he's dropped 80 points off that movement there. Long range here. This is where the guy spoke yesterday and totally scared the market. You see, we were kind of just consolidating almost all day. Then that Fed, well, I take it back. Fed speaker actually spoke around here. I apologize. We just started that downturn even before then, but the market's given up 600 points since 8 a.m. yesterday. That's $12,000. I just knocked down a signal. What did I knock down? HG. Okay. Crude's continuing to bleed out. Everything's red now. Is gold red too? Gold even kind of red. So bearish all over. We've been infiltrated by bears. So every candle makes a new daily low. We've dropped 57 points on this 15-minute candle. And this is interesting. Yeah, I've always find it interesting how things should do bounce the way they bounce. Look how this on the 15-minute chart, it made a perfect touch of that SMA line and then went down. It's like it just slapped its hand away. Or its wick. Seeing these moves just tell me I need to somehow get better. I'm getting just a tad frustrated with myself. If I had taken that short signal there, let's say on a regular NQ, and just followed this down, I would now be done with my 25K of the TCP. But how do I handle that risk with the TCP? You really can't. But if I had taken a short signal there on just one MNQ, I would be up well over 100, almost 200 bucks. I gotta go take care of a scammer on the yeah, trying to trade Discord. Okay, taken care of. Mod's work is never done, I tell you. Mod's work is never done. Looks like we're slowing down here, maybe? Or maybe not. I mean, these are smaller oh, that's ES, that's why. Yep, these are all big candles yet. It's still bleeding down. So I guess now we have to look for some support. Let's go to an hourly chart. Let's see where we're sitting. Ooh, we haven't been this low since. Yeah, which was the 24th of March. That day we hit a low of 433. You can see that was an interesting level because it came down to 460, 462, 444. So definitely have some support in this area. But if it breaks through there, then see it continuing heading down. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the FMLC meeting minutes later on. Or, I mean, be interesting to see how much we bleed out all day today. Oh, let's see how much she can scare the market, or maybe she'll say something that suddenly makes the market go back up. So I'm just I'm waiting for, I mean, a reversal maybe or something. I hate trying to get in on a trend, even though I could have gotten in on any one of these candles and made major bank. And this is something I need to get better at, figuring out how to jump in on something when it's moving like this. Bitcoin's falling too, as is SHIB, unfortunately. Twitter falling. Twitter, of course, popped up big time because of Elon Musk the last couple days. Ace, have you gotten 2 points yet? I haven't heard from you. Gold, sending a long signal. Finding gold. Recent high of 1934 and a half. Oh, pull back. No go. No go on gold. It's trying again now. Green candle. Did I say the high was? 34.5. We're at 33.5, so it gives us a little bit of room. Gold chart at the ready. And there, the signal went away again. Back again for the next candle. $15 on this candle. Still don't like that the wick is bigger than the body. And there goes the Okay, so gold is undecisive here. Oh, now it sent me that long signal. But now I'm really unsure about it, but yeah, I'm not going to jump in there. It's going to probably go without me. Those bands, though, are kind of over topping the price action right now. Don't feel confident in that, so I'm going to stay out. Oh, this explains uh, the oil fall. The IEA is to release 120 million barrels of oil to ease price, with the U.S. providing half, the rest coming from other IEA members. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Yep. So gold is going. Darn it. And it just broke that recent high. Should have just taken it. Taken it. That's a frustrating move again. Groan, 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 groan. We've leveled out on NQ. I want to thank everyone for joining me as we approach 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Stream for another hour or so here. If you're here from YouTube, I would appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. That YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, that'd be wonderful if you did. Nasdaq came over to the SMA line basically, then came back down. UltraBond made a nice move up. Gold, of course, did go without me. I hesitated there, and I shouldn't have, but it did, struggle there, so I don't know. Still sitting down in TCP, and then not seeing any reversals here to jump in on. So since these short signals here, it's dropped 125 points. Crude. Well, crude's popping up, but I expect that to reverse some. Another big move down there on the ES. Second long signal fired there on gold. I'm sorry, crude. Just took a long on crude. 12 tick stop. That looks like it's coming right down for me. Should have went with MCL. I can do that on the Gauntlet account. And I could use a wider stop. It's hanging here. Hate it when it hangs at a certain spot. Stop me out. So down 200 today on the Gauntlet account. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Beautiful move there up on the UltraBond. About a full point. Almost all green candles. This is, rare to see when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 green candles in a row. Hello, Victor. How are you doing today? Uh, Down on both accounts today, so a little bit of a struggle today. Didn't get any of these huge moves because I'm an idiot. Leveling out here on NQ around 14,470. There's a pullback on the UltraBond. Yeah, I look at this and I'm thinking I have to be an idiot not to be up today. Well, I could point out that reality TV shows that people are willing to watch idiots all the time. uh, UltraBond pulling back now. Pull back 10 ticks that quickly. Ooh, gold just dropped like a rock. Gonna bounce here, I believe. So where is this gonna stop? I mean, this is an awesome bleed out if you're short, obviously. And it's like, here the thing is, if I was in this move, I'll be like, where the heck do I get out at? But this would have worked almost. I mean, here is this pullback, the one pullback in this whole move. But I mean, this is one of those moves where you could have been just trailing your stop behind the last candle, basically. Crude stopped me out, and then decided to go. So I would have needed a big stop. I jumped in at about 50, 70, it pulled back to 45. So I would have needed 25 point a tick stop. Stretching. I want to find one good trade. One good trade would get me back to even on the TCP on the day, which is the account I'm really worried about since that's the actual funded. UltraBond. Try to send that short signal again. Gold, that would a good short signal as well. That's already going down 3 point. No, wait. Yeah, 3 points. Almost 4. Yeah, I know. I was joking, Victor. It just, when you said it, it just popped into my mind. So, I got in at Crude at 101.70. It stopped me out, and now look at this. It's going up 50 ticks from my entry. So if I had used a much wider stop, that would have worked. Or if I had gotten in on the first signal. Are seeing a little bit of life here on the indices, possibly trying to get back above an SMA line here. On, on the crude chart here? Oh, I now have 2 super trends plotted on a couple of charts, testing them out. On crude, the yellow is just my old settings, and I have the other one set at, instead of a 2.2 multiplier, I have it set at 1.6. I'm testing the 1.6, comparing it to the 2.2 to see. I mean, obviously, like here, it would have got me in two candles earlier, but I'm trying to also test to see it's how many, if it gives additional bad signals that would trick me. Like, I mean, here, this is the 1.6 buy signal here, and I wouldn't have taken that because of the downtrending, but that wouldn't be there on the 2.2. So I'm just testing out a couple different multipliers to see maybe if I can start getting signals a little earlier without it affecting getting multiple bad signals as well. Big move up here all of a sudden on the NQ here. Like, we've long signals here on NQ. 1 cent here, and I could have jumped on this and already be up 12 points. But I'm not sure about either of those. I mean, obviously this one would have worked. We have still these downtrending bands, and we're squeezing. Bands are only, well, no, they're farther apart than they look. Like 70 points apart. So yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, that's right. Good point, Matt. They should have to put all these speakers in one day instead of like having it constantly be a move over the market. Constantly got to constantly thinking about all this. I mean, no one expected that Fed guy to say what he did yesterday. I mean, we were already heading down yesterday, but let's turn back time. Turn back time. market was coming down, blah blah blah. It started to try and make a comeback. And right here, so where that Fed guy spoke and said that about that the Fed's gonna tighten things faster and all, and whoosh, 47 points down, whoosh. And I mean, anyone that might have been trying to go long here just got screwed by what he had to say. So we're consolidating here a bit. We did get a long signal. Downtrending bands still. I kind of want to see those bands bend. Oftentimes you see an up, down, up move here. So I want that down move because this looks dangerous for me to enter here. Obviously, if I take in this long signal here, the 1.6 multiplier on the super trend, 8.5 up to, I would already be up 20 points. So that's why I'm testing that. Pulling back a bit. Next major resistance is all the way up here, like 533. UltraBond. I got an NQ chart ready to go. We'll watch it here. Gold trying to pop back up. Yep, NQ's pulling back, so this could be another pullback, bounce down. We'll see. Oh, no, there's more green. Oh, you see the bands are kind of expanding again now. The SMA line is almost flat. Crude on the 15-minute chart. Oh yeah, look at that bounce on the 15-minute. Okay, NQ's trying to get ahead of steam back up. Back down. So watch this. Oh, that's right. Yellen's speaking, so I don't know if I want to. Ah, man. We're watching, waiting, back down again. So far, apparently, she hasn't said anything that's of any major importance. But that is, ooh, this is a big move down, back down, 15 points. That's why I was waiting. And here, come back up. UltraBond. Oh, UltraBond down, up, down. Gold bounced off the SMA. Back above 14.5, or we were. Oh, rejected down. Back down to 490. And right back up. Back to 500. Going long. Stop loss of 485. Now, where am I in at? I'm at 503, so I need to move that up some. I'm not going to put it at 490. Might have jumped the gun a little too early there, but we'll see. Wish I'd just taken it on the long signal. I'll be up very well now. Yep. Coming down for me. SMA line's at 490. That stopped me out. Man, oh man, oh man. Stopped me out and immediately turns green again. I really thought I had a read on it that time. That was just stupid of me. It's just consolidating. I got in way too early again, or late if you go by the signals. That was an idiotic move. Idiotic move, and I'm paying for it. Down 129 today on the gauntlet. Down a total of $304 now. I mean, not gauntlet, TCP. I have a feeling my life as a funded trader is going to be short. And I was so proud that I actually had passed that sucker. And instead, I'm never going to get any money out of it. Yay. Meanwhile, copper's heading up. Gold's heading down. The treasuries have decided to take a breath after that big move up. Nah, I can't even blame NQ for that. That was just me being impatient, honestly. I mean, if you look at this chart, there was no reason to go long there at that point in time. Absolutely none. I thought I was reading a break on the, that I was going to get back above this 507, but I didn't wait. I should have waited to see if it could break that. The bands were already forming over top. This was a very bad read on my part. I cannot blame NQ there at all. It was impatience. It was me wanting to try and catch it, what I thought was a bigger move coming. And wanting to try and get back to break even on the day. If I just followed the signals, I would have got in at 485 and I could have got 20 points. Short signal on NQ. Should I follow the signals? I don't know. Low of this recent move, 457. We're at 473. Last trade of the day on the TCP. If I lose, one signal went away. And it's back. Okay, we're in again. ES also sent a short signal there. Oh, I need a stop loss. About a 13-point stop. Like I said, low is 57. Let's see if we can get back below there. Coming up. Ouch. Coming up big time. Fighting back down, but nope, it stopped out. Okay. So down 182 today on the TCP. Total down on the account now $60. I'm honestly just realized that I am not going to stay funded long. I'm a little frustrated. So, thinking I was actually a good trader for all of a couple of days. Two signals in a row. Well, I shouldn't say two signals in a row. This signal would have worked. I just didn't take it. This signal would have worked for, I mean, it did go down 5 points. There's that full 5-point thought. Taking and trying to take a 5-point scalp on NQ. Hmm. Did I? Oh. Is it coming back down? It's coming back down. Came up, stopped me out. Coming back down. How? Came up to 89. There was a big move back up there. From 63 up to 89, but now coming back down. ES is interesting though. I just plotted um, the second super trend on there. It would have sent this signal here. I would have gotten it at 44.60. It did reverse up to 62. So I would have needed a 3-point stop, but that would have been smoother than that last NQ trade. Meanwhile, NQ is coming down. So my thought was right there. I just didn't have a wide enough stop. Actually, now NQ is just deciding to do what it did up here, just under the SMA line. Up, down, up. Well, maybe, and if you look at that, maybe that's exactly what we're looking at. Down, up, up. Well, we more like up. Helios just responded to me that I can now trade MCL and MGC on my TCP. All these three-letter abbreviations. So let's look at some longer range charts here. This is the 15-minute chart on Crude. If I had taken this long signal last night, 101.59, it hit a high of 104.02. That was over 200 ticks. Oh, 250 ticks. That'd be $250 on one MCL. Now, how would I trail it? I mean, I would have to figure out a way to trail it, though, without getting stopped out too easily if I was going to leave it on overnight. And then here, if I take in the short signal, I mean, it dropped to 120 ticks. So, I mean, that would have been beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 30-minute chart, both signals were good too. 1 hour chart, not so much. So we're consolidating. We've been now ranging basically for the past 25 minutes or so. Maybe we'll include this little bit here. Almost an hour. Yes, pulling down again. And Q trying to pull down again. It's hit 56.25 twice. That's at the low of the day, I think. Popping back up, so no direction at all here. Gold's hanging on VWAP. And Q sending me a long signal. At this point, I am not even considering it until after it gets above that 507. Again, the thing about when it becomes a mess like this is you know that at the end of the mess, it's going to burst one way or the other. Let's check the news. Ooh, big move there on NQ. 20. Gonna see if Yellen has said anything that's caused anything. Uh, the crude oil inventories missed the mark by 500,000 barrels apparently. U.S. crude in the Strategic Petroleum Reserve fell to the lowest level since April 2002. Oh, there's the long signal. Let's see, it's going up. Yep, there we go. That was the missed signal. Or the signal I was looking for. It went up 15 points. Pulled back. It's back under that 506, 507 area, though. I'm really liking NQ long here, honestly. If it can get back above this level. If you can get back above this 507-ish area. But I'm waiting. Notice I moved to the gauntlet account. Okay, I jumped in there. See if I was wrong. Ooh. Moving my stop up though some. There we go. Nice burst. There we go. Should have took this in the TCP. Okay, it stopped me out of my trailing, so but about $120 win on that. I should have just took the 200, but only down $80 now on the on the Gauntlet account today. I wish I could have the confidence to do what I just did on the TCP, because that would have got me back to just about break even on the day with one regular NQ contract. I got out just in time though. NQ just dropped back by 20 points. So it's still undecisive. It's just a bit wider, bit of an indecisiveness. Excuse me. Oh, how bad, Steven? I'm sorry, man. What happened? What got you? Hello, Mark. Yep. It's choppiness is after that long move. You often do see choppiness. Got me a couple times too. Luckily, not horrible using the TCP and the micros, but if I'd been using a regular mini, it would have killed me. Gold sending a long signal, short signal and NQ, both of them are suspect. We are starting to approach the 11 o'clock hour, so we won't Just be streaming for another 5 to 10 minutes or so unless something exciting happens. I'm doing okay. Trading's not wonderful today, but otherwise I'm doing alright. Yeah, London the overnight London session would have been wonderful to trade, but here it's just been choppy. Now, reminder, folks, if anyone's trading into the afternoon, FMOC meeting minutes today at 2 Eastern usually sends the market a little wild for a little bit. Honestly, I don't know why, because it's not like there's anything in those meeting minutes that's a surprise. But it does send it a little wild for a little bit at least. So be careful if you're trading then. I plan on trying my 1010 on the Gauntlet account since I can't do it on the TCP. Yeah, I mean, some of these, I mean, it was a little choppy even, I mean, once this downtrend kind of ended, I mean, we had this downtrend all night. And then once it got a little choppy here, but you could have got something out of it. But since the open, I mean, we had that nice, beautiful downtrend there. But now it's just Chop City, USA. So, so TCP account is sitting down about 360 bucks. So I need to figure out how to get that back and going in the right direction. If I blow a funded account, I really, really am going to be down myself. So I'll work on that today without, I mean, I'm not going to take any trades on it. Hopefully be able to figure out a strategy for this evening. Will I be streaming the FMOC meeting minutes? No, I'm not going to. It's not as a big of an event as the actual FMOC meeting. That one we'll do an all-day stream for. That's on May 4th. We have a big week that first week of May. May 4th, we have an FMOC meeting. May 6th, we have a non-farm payrolls. So that week's going to be, I might do another overnight session for non-farm payrolls. I'm not sure yet, but probably. But the FMOC, because I'm going to do the 1010, and I might record it if it's good, I'll post it up on YouTube. And of course, you can tune in tonight on Share Vision to find out how I do. Remember, I do stream every evening Sunday through Friday. I'm sorry, Sunday through Thursday on ShareVision. 7:30. I'm sorry, 7:45 p.m. And of course, we're back here tomorrow morning as usual. Every morning on Twitch and YouTube. And one last reminder that if you're here from YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for me, giving the YouTube algorithm a little shove, I would appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, that'll be a nice thing as well. And Q again trying to send short signals. And I'm not falling for it at this point. Let's just see where this goes, and then we'll wrap up the stream here. Curious to see if this suddenly drops down or... Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. When we seem to have gotten to a slow period of the morning. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And like I said, join me tonight on ShareVision for Asia market trading. And then, if not then, tomorrow morning, back here on YouTube and Twitch at the normal time of 7:30 a.m. Thanks all for being here. Hopefully next stream will be a much better profit-wise. Have to keep trying to move forward. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'd love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on ShareVision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. We're on Twitter at MightyOxTrading, Instagram at MightyOxTrading, and Reddit at r/oxmarkettrading. Have a great day.